Welcome to Everything in Between.
We're a mother
and daughter
with a lot to say about, well, everything.
I'm Braelyn.
And I'm Lynn. And this is your show for perspective, real talk,
and feeling less alone in the chaos.
Hey, do you know what episode it is today?
Episode 10.
It's 10. So fun.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it takes a while to get going.
Yeah, we talked about doing this for so long.
Right. And then, I feel like some people will start podcasts and then they fizzle.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like we're going to fizzle.
No.
We've got good momentum.
Mm-hmm.
This is Everything in Between. I'm Lynn.
I'm Braelyn.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Nice.
So where's your energy at today?
Oh, I am freaking popping off today.
Yeah.
Is that a bad word to say?
No, I don't think. I mean, I'm not the slang expert, but I don't think so.
Well, you're more of a slang expert than I am.
That's true. Popping off, I think, is good.
It's
Good
super
connotations.
high. And is it Monday?
It's Monday.
That's weird.
Yeah.
No, I always kind of like Mondays because when I rest, if I go on vacation, then the day I come back, I'm like, let's go.
Oh, me too.
Because I've got
I'm the
all
same
this
way.
stored up energy and
I'm
rest.
the same way.
So that's how I came off of my weekend. I was at a retreat last weekend. And so I'm coming into Monday with boom.
Yeah, I'm literally the exact same way.
Mm-hmm.
Come home from vacation, it's like all of this stuff has been spewing in my brain, stewing, and it just I hit
think
the ground
stewing
running.
is better than spewing.
I think
It's
it's stewing. It's just sitting there bubbling,
Yeah.
ready to be put into
Okay, but when
action.
we both have the same energy, then I'm like, what's going on up here?
Yeah, in the universe?
Yes.
Yeah, probably something astrological. I didn't read my moon report yet this week.
I don't read my moon report.
I do.
That would be fun.
Cosmic RX.
Okay.
She's the best. Weekly.
Does it
Emails.
Do you change what you're doing because of that ever?
No, I just like to know when my life is syncing up with the planets.
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So your energy.
It's really good. A short story that maybe I'll finish. You and I always talk about if you just do something, then it sets in motion people around you and things in the universe to make things happen.
Also deciding something,
Right.
even if
I was literally in the middle of a massage and my brain goes because I get very relaxed. And I was thinking about this commercial building that we own. And sometimes it's a big pain in the ass. And other times I absolutely love it. And there's so much tied to it because I own parts of the businesses in here. So the thought of selling it doesn't seem very fun at all. But there's some points where I'm like, oh my God, I just could be done with this. And I realize I tell the CEOs I work with all the time, they get to that same point in their businesses. And I'm like, you don't have to sell it or not sell it. You can bring somebody else in who runs it for you and you still get to keep the organization. And so my thought was I could, fancy term, recapitalize it by inviting another partner to come in with me on it. And it was like this light bulb went off. And I'm kind of thinking, well, I don't know who that would be, but that seems like a really great solution. Today I get a phone call from one of my partners in the entities in here. And he's like, have you ever thought about selling a part of the building? Because one of my investors, blah, 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 just had that phone call before I came here with the guy who may be interested. 48 hours after I set an idea in motion. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but it always just is so reinforcing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
you're good energy.
really good. Why are you good
Yeah.
energy?
I kind of same thing. I hit the ground running today. I worked with Jen on a custom Notion project today, and we have not done that. I don't know. It's been a really long time. And so
Is that why you had to bump our meeting?
Yeah, we like to work side by side, and we're building in Notion. So we're asking each other what do you think about doing it this way? And it's a really fun brainstorming creative session where then we end up with this cool product. And it was just really refreshing. We were working in her office. She had beautiful windows with all these plants outside, and it was just good vibes, fun.
That's
We
so
knocked it out of the
good.
park, and
Yeah, you guys do good work.
yeah, it was
On
really
a Monday.
fun. On a Monday
In the afternoon.
no, it was from 11 to 2.
Very nice.
Cranked it out. Yeah. And this morning I was not excited about it because I was like, oh, I have a full day, got to do this, and we got the podcast recording, and actually, it's been great.
Yeah. when you get in it. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're coming up on towards the end of the year. And we freaking love, we talked about seasons on an episode or two ago. We love looking at like, what's going on? What's the energy? What's the season? What are you thinking about? I don't know if you're as big of a planner as I'm a very big planner.
I like to plan, but like the plans can always change.
Right. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But not having one, I feel pretty lost.
No, I like to do like I have plans, but they might not be like as concrete or like as strict and narrow as what I'm envisioning
might be more
that yours
like
are.
Intentionality.
Oh, intentionality
Like,
for sure.
You know, the guy that does a big ass calendar, like if you don't plan anything,
You're not going to do anything.
you're probably not going to take that
Probably.
vacation you've been thinking about, or, you know.
You have to plan.
Right.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd start with maybe just reflecting through the year. Like, what are you feeling when you look back at 2025?
Yeah. I'm feeling good. I feel like going into 2025, I had really lofty goals, and I kind of like it ended up being more of like a year of learning. Like I had to,
Like if you had known how it was going to be, you'd be like, no thanks.
I had to rework a lot of stuff. I just thought I was going to like hit the ground running and shoot for the moon. And then I kind of just, it ended up being harder than I thought it was going to be. And I realized I had a lot of more internal stuff to do. And so it was definitely like a year of a lot of growth, but not in the ways that I expected or planned for, but all good. Yeah. I just thought I was going to be making like 20K months by like January.
Yeah.
I'm still not making 20K months.
I don't know if anybody gets up in the beginning of the year and is like, let's have a growth year, which means learning,
No,
you know?
No.
Because everyone knows that learning comes from things not going the way you planned rather
Yes.
than things going the way
I mean,
you
you
planned.
can be open to it, but I don't think that's a lot of people's first choice.
Hey, it's going to be a rough year, so let's learn all the things.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I feel really good, and I feel like I have learned so much, and I somehow still feel like I'm just always learning more, like even technical skills. Like I'm just like, oh, I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to learn.
Well, where was AI in January of 25?
Not where it is now, but I mean,
Right.
I've been using chat since like 2022. I think it came out in like November. I hopped on like very
Are you
soon.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Because I hopped
Maybe
on real
2023.
soon.
Don't quote me on that. I'm bad with numbers. But yeah, it's been over a year, at least 2.
We're going to get TikTok comments that tell us exactly when that was.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. Wow.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, like, because it's been a big year for me in utilizing that in a very, very different way.
Yeah.
A very different way, which we already talked about.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a learning, technical.
Yeah. I feel like
piece
you
to
are using it
25.
even more than I use it. Like you use it in all areas of your life, and I'm like strictly using it in business.
I'll talk about that when we do our life hack at the end.
Yeah.
Or obsession, or we really should just pick a term, but
Yeah.
that would be hard.
Yeah.
And then we'd forget it for the next
We
time.
would forget it. Welcome.
So you're thinking about that you had a year of growth and
Yeah.
learning,
Yeah.
and that it wasn't,
What
things
I thought.
didn't turn out how you planned. Now, how do you do, because your sisters always say that you're this unicorn and roses and everything's butterflies, and you're so positive, and you are able to spin anything
Yeah.
into seeing the positive side. So when you have a year like this where you're like, wow, I didn't hit that month that I wanted or that goal I set, and I'm learning and I'm growing, how does the optimistic Braelyn side of that handle that?
I would say fine. The way I look at it is that any experience can only have 2 outcomes. You either had fun or you learned something. Sometimes both.
Oh.
So there's no bad for me. It's like if that didn't go the way I wanted to, it's because I needed to learn a lesson. So that just flips everything. Everything now becomes, there are challenges.
cool. I got to learn a lesson.
But you're getting a bonus. The way I'm looking at it is like, oh, I get a perk at the end of this
Yeah.
challenge. I learned a lesson that is always valuable. And so like I had some really challenging times this year with, finances and money, and like there was some hardships, and it's like I still learn so much, and I'm like getting better.
Can
and
you say what you learned, or is it too general? Like is there anything specific that comes to mind?
Well, for one, like when I say learn, I mean like learning a lot of skills. So like in my own business, like completely redoing my email funnels and completely redoing my sales page and just like getting better at that.
Stuff
and
wasn't working the way you wanted.
Yes.
You did a lot of reworking.
Yeah.
And so there's learning in that for you.
Yeah. And then I think learn too that like maybe I was focusing too much on having these high goals. Not that you shouldn't, but like you also can't forget about what you have now and trying to just be more appreciative and grateful for like where you're at now. Because if you're just constantly like, I want more, I want more, I want more, that's not how you're going to get that.
Right.
So I think that was the biggest thing for me this year was really learning that like I need to slow down. I will get there, but I'm on like my own timeline and not trying to rush that, and knowing that like I do still have a lot to learn. So mistakes are going to be made. There's going to be challenges, but I'm always going to come out of it a little bit wiser.
Wow. So good. It's very inspirational. It's good.
Yeah.
When I look back at my year, I had a pretty seismic shift. And so my theme is kind of that I got really serious about my sabbatical time that I had. And if people need to know what that is, it's just a break from your normal routine. They can be, I think that like professors and people that use their brain all the time would take sabbaticals because they had to get away to give everything a break and rest. And I've now become a proponent of executives taking, because that's who I work with. I think everybody could take sabbaticals. They could be mini, they can be any length. Everybody doesn't have the ability to
Just
take
time
a
away from
month
work.
one.
Yeah.
So I had a big shift in like my workload and all of that on my sabbatical that I took in the spring. And that resulted in a bunch of new stuff happening, which is so cool. Because I shut one thing down that I thought I felt, God, I still felt like I had an obligation, or that there would be like a sense of failure if I said I'm going to shut down this project, but it wasn't working.
Yeah.
So I call it the yeah buts. Sometimes you should leave something behind, or you should shed something or do something a different way. And then you're like, yeah, but people are counting on me for this. Yeah, but it provides XYZ income for me. But as soon as you realize that it's not serving you, you're not energized by it, it's draining you, it's taking your time from something that could be better, then it's probably time to shed it. So that's what I did in May on my sabbatical. And I shed one of my projects. And then instead of just letting that time that I gain, like kind of like when you get extra money, if you set it over here, you're like, well, we're going to do this with it. But if you just let it go into the budget, you're like, what did I get?
Yeah.
So I kind of was intentional about adding some time in my world on my calendar for clarity days and things like that.
Because now you had a whole free day.
Basically 2 a month.
Yeah.
That I picked up. And then because of that, there's a new business that's starting. There's a lot of new stuff.
The podcast.
There's a podcast where there's time to do it.
Yeah.
So cool.
What would you say was your, like, do you have a lesson for the year, or was this not a year of?
I think the lesson is to be willing to look at everything that you're doing, at least relook at it. I think every 90 days is really smart. Like the EOS system that we love just says that we all get kind of tired at 90 days of vision and inspiration. And so they recommend these big quarterly meetings that you sort of refresh on who are we, where are we going? Are we on track? What do we need to address? So in my work life, I think that's smart to do.
Yeah.
But I think the lesson was I let that project drag on and take a lot of energy from me, all through 24 and into 25. And I also, so that's the lesson. And I didn't realize, if you say yes to this, what are you saying no to?
Yeah.
And I know that, and I quote that to people I work with all the time. But I was saying yes to that, and I had all the yeah buts, why I couldn't give it up. And then I was saying no to things that have become inspiring, fruitful, way more fun.
Do you know what is a better way to say that quote?
Which one?
If you say no to this, what other things can you say yes to?
Oh, that is the Braelyn version. if I say no to this, what can I say yes
Because
to?
usually you might not going to know the things that you wouldn't have been able to think of all those yes things.
Well, it's supposed to get you spurred on to
Yeah.
be like, if I'm going to commit to this thing or whatever, what am I going to say no to? But this has a more positive version.
Yeah, it's like, what
if I
things
say
can
no
I
to
say
some
yes
shit thing
to?
I don't want to do anymore. Wait, the thing I was talking about is not a shit thing.
No.
Just saying.
Yes.
But if I say no to something, what can I then say yes to?
Yeah.
I mean, we have wanted to do this podcast for so long.
Literally like 2 years, I
Yes.
think.
I mean, also helpful that the producers moved into our building.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you think you're going to do different in terms of like your planning? Like, what does your annual planning look like? What did it look like this year? Are you going to do something different
Do
next
you know
year?
when I do it?
What?
I map out my year in July the previous year.
Oh, okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
And I don't like,
So you already have July all the way to July right now.
I have all the way through 26.
But that's like your professional.
Well, no, I put my vacations and everything on there.
Yeah.
And
But what
so-
about like, are you making like intentional plans for like, this is what I'm going to do this year? More like metaphysical stuff? Like,
I don't like to do that until like kind of, I remember we talked about January still dark and hibernating.
yeah.
Yeah. That is not my favorite month.
No, me either.
I just do well in January to like move my body at all. And that's pretty much it.
Do you know what I've learned that I like to do? Like in 2024 was the first year I ever set goals, like annual goals. And I went crazy. I set like 35 goals. And some of them were fun, like get 2 tattoos or, whatever. And I went crazy and I did all the goals. And then in 25, I tried to do the same thing. Failed. Couldn't do it.
When did you set it up?
Well, so what I like to do is set them up in January and then start in March. Because I have this, me around the new year. I have
all kinds of
this,
energy, but yeah.
this renewed sense of like, for me, have you ever talked about how you visualize a calendar in your head? For me, it's a straight line and January's at the top and December's at the bottom. So visually for me, this is how my calendar feels. And then when we go December to January, it's like this big jump. And so in my brain, it just feels like everything is fresh.
I'm at the top of the slide.
Everything is new. I'm back at the top. And so I've learned that like I will just do all of the planning and vision boarding, but I don't act on it.
January
yet.
is also when I plan.
Yes.
Like the nitty gritty, kind of the goals, the more, all of that. Like usually on around the 1st of January, I really like to do it on New Year's, but I have this animal card reading thing that's just fun.
You do your little animal card thing.
Yeah. What are they called?
Spirit animals?
Spirit animals.
Yeah.
I'll do that. And it just kind of gives me, it's just fun.
Yeah.
But I think any exercise that people want to do is cool.
Yeah.
But December's too early.
Yeah.
And now in the business world, like we have to start to strategic planning, like in October, you finalize it, you do your budgets in November, and you hit the ground running in January, which we have since decided if I was ever running another company, I would do March to March.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, it's cool, everybody. Like, we don't
enjoy
have to
your
do our
holidays.
budget. Yeah. Enjoy the
We'll come
holidays.
back and we'll do our
We're
strategic
going to close the
planning.
year in February.
Yeah.
We'll strategic plan in January when everything's super fresh.
Yeah. But yeah, my plan didn't work this year doing that, setting all those goals again. So I just do like monthly objectives now. But I think I'm still going to do some type of, because last year I really wanted to do the 12-week year, which is where you have like 4 years within your year, 90 days. And you make like a different theme for each one.
That sounds fun.
And you kind of, and I was like, I'm going to do it. And then I didn't do it at all.
Maybe
So-
you were just making that something that didn't really feel right for you.
I think what I'm going to do now is have my monthly objectives still where I like they're just like monthly little things. What do I want to do right now? What do I want to focus on? So that I'm not just like wandering. But the ADHD, I need to have like, it needs to be refreshed a lot.
Right.
Because I changed my mind. Like, I was doing that thing, but like that's last month. And I'm doing this thing now.
Do you like the 4 mini things? Like, or do you like the Masogi?
I don't like the Masogi. The Masogi, remember when I thought I was going to write a romance book?
I do.
Because the thing with ADHD hyperfixations is they come on fast and they go away fast.
Oh, I know.
So if you hit hyperfixation in January, you're like, this whole year is going to be different.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do
I'm
this.
gonna be
and
a
then
novel writer.
come March, you're like, I don't care about any of that.
Right.
So I have to do it by month.
Lots of people go through that because January is the planning month, but
Yes.
is not the execution for most of us.
No. So I think I'm just going to try more. I'm going to like redo my monthly objectives page. And because it's kind of like I molded it from like an annual to a monthly thing. I'm going to recreate it all inside of Notion and figure out how to, because it's been working now, little like monthly fun things.
Right.
It's just like focuses. What am I focused on right now?
Yeah. Well, I made a Misogi, which I don't remember the guy's name that does a big ass calendar.
Jesse Itzler.
Jesse Itzler does a big ass calendar. We loved that for a couple of years.
Yes.
I've always, especially in the work I do, I have to plan ahead or nothing can happen because I'll be obligated to things and then,
Yeah.
you don't
have
get
to be
anything
really
done.
tight about your schedule.
I do because it's other people are involved.
Yeah.
But I loved his Misogi, and I've used that with some of my groups, which is like one big cool thing you want to do.
Project usually.
Right. The problem is I might not know in January
Yeah.
what exactly makes sense. And then you're kind of just making something up.
Yeah.
Which is what I find my members come sliding into the January, February meeting. And I'm like, okay, what's your Misogi? And they're like, I don't know. And so because I'm here in this meeting, I'm going to make up something. And then it doesn't work.
No.
And like last year, I had my Misogi was to, you put it in my Notion. I was going to walk the coast of Amalfi. It's not that far fetched. We were going to take our 4-week trip over there, and we found this walking thing that you can do. Mm-hmm. Well, I started playing pickleball, and my knee got really wonky and kind of weak. Mm-hmm. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to fly to Italy and then not be able to do these inclines.
Yeah.
Because my knee hurts. Mm-hmm. So I had to pivot on my Misogi. And then it became like the coast of Maine, and that was much less sexy than walking the coast of Amalfi. Mm-hmm. So I guess you have to be, you did change it, my Notion. Thank you.
You never know what life is going to hit you with.
Right.
You
like
can
me,
make all
you
the
can mess up a
plans
plan.
in the world. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to be willing to be flexible.
But I kind of like, I don't know. I think you're right. Like it felt really fun to say, hey, if I don't plan like 4 little mini somethings, I don't remember what he calls them.
Mini adventures.
Yeah, 4 mini adventures. Then if I don't plan those, they're not going to happen. Right? Oh, the lights just went out again. So, but then you plan them. Like if you put them in there, I put them in there. I did go to Mexico with Joanna, your sister. Mm-hmm. I'm doing that next week. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. Mm-hmm. And I also do a yoga retreat, and then I realized, I checked them out, and I couldn't find one that worked, and one of them got canceled, and I was like, I'm not going to push this.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think of 2 more.
Yeah.
I might try that again, just to put it in there. But do you do anything like that? Like what's little small, like you want to take a tiny vacation or do something
I'll put
you
that in
wouldn't
there.
otherwise do?
I'll put that in my, that'll be like a goal for me. That's the way that I do it.
Yeah.
Would be like, oh, I know that I want to get 2 new tattoos this year. Like if I don't put that in there and I don't think about it, like,
What about like
that's
going
probably not going to
somewhere?
happen.
Because
I'm not that big on traveling.
Yeah.
So that's not my,
his thing is like, well, if you would never like camp in the woods in the winter with your kids, then that'd be a really cool thing to do.
his are more like getting away for a weekend. I think you went a little more complex with your mini adventures. His are supposed to be just put the bags in the car and jet off for a weekend.
Oh, yeah, I just do that.
That's what I'm saying. So you're
Yeah.
doing fine on your mini adventures.
I would love to hear in the comments if y'all do Misogis and mini adventures.
Oh, you already said a big annual plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I might wake up on like January the 3rd and be like, giddy up, let's go. I got all these plans.
Yeah.
But I know now you don't start doing them.
Yeah. You can plan.
March
You can make the
is
plans.
the time
Yeah. Do you
to start executing.
do you vision board?
No, I don't like coloring and cutting.
I mean, but
and
you can do it digitally now?
I don't want to do that.
No. Do
No.
you
I feel like
vision
it's like
plan? Like
I feel like it's like scrapbooking on steroids.
do you like vision plan?
Say what now?
Like plan, like how are you visionary?
What is my vision?
Life? Do you have like a vision plan?
Well,
maybe yours is just a statement.
Your dad and I used to do like kind of annual planning like you do for a business, like with us, it's kind of boring now because we don't want to change a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just like a check-in.
Yeah, it's a check-in, I guess.
Well,
So the answer is no, but maybe we could.
I make vision boards, but it's funny to me. It's just like a fun activity that I like to do.
When do you do them?
I do them digitally.
Is it like
in January.
Okay.
I do it on Canva. And you can just like collage
that would make
all the
me
stuff.
hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. But for whatever reason, I can't get my brain around. Like I put in stuff that I know that I'm going to do. Like I already know I'm going to do it. So to me, it's like, I don't know
That's
if the
like
connection.
putting a task on and then you check it off.
I do
'cause
that
you already
too.
did it.
I don't know if the connection for vision boards for me is just not there, or if like the way my brain works, like if I decide I'm going to do something, like I'll make it happen. I don't need it to be on a vision board, but so I don't always get
premise
the
of the
point.
vision board?
You're supposed to like envision the things that you want in your life. So people might put like a picture of them and a guy if they want to be in a relationship, or like, you know, the kind of apartment that they want, or what they want their workspace to look like, or a trip they want to go on. But it's like, I just know I'm going to do all of those things. So I don't need the vision board, but I do like having a little pretty thing to look at that like represents my year.
Yeah.
But I don't
see
know.
yours?
They're kind of lost on me. Yeah, I'll show you my
Can
vision
chat
board.
make mine?
Probably. It probably could make you a vision board. But yeah.
I don't know. It's terrible at graphics still.
I
so.
like doing it just because it's fun, but I don't know. I think sometimes I miss the point. Like I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do any like deep thinking, or does stuff just come to you in January?
Stuff's just flowing.
Is it coming now and like leading up to January?
No,
or?
literally light switch.
So if I said to you, what is 26 like for you? You're like, I don't
No
have
idea.
a stinking clue.
Haven't thought about it once. It has to be, you have to be in the year. This might be the autism talking. It has to be in the year. Like you can't make a plan for a room without ever seeing the room. That's how I feel about the year. You have to be physically in
Your
the
foot
year
has
to
to be
have
in
the
it.
energy
This
of
is why
the year.
planning in November for January is stupid.
I mean, even
for-
planning
for
in
you.
January for later that year, I think is dumb, but that's just me. But yeah, you gotta be in it. It's like when you have a baby, I feel like you gotta look at it before you give it a name.
Yeah.
A little
I did that
bit.
with you.
Yeah.
Do you know the story? We had 2 names for you.
Yeah.
And it took me 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Because I knew that your dad really wanted you to be Braelyn.
Yeah.
And I just had to look at you
Well, I'm glad you picked it.
and be like, are you Braelyn or are you Caitlin? And there's so many Caitlyns.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
But
like
you
my
were.
name.
You could have come out a different way.
Yeah.
And then you would have been Caitlin.
Yeah.
But that would have been a different little star coming down to visit.
Who knows?
So-
Yeah. Probably.
But the Braelyn star came.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, is there any other things that we do around the year?
Well,
I'm doing something this year that's new, actually totally new.
All right, I wanna hear
forgot,
it.
and it totally applies to this. It's a very witchy thing. I saw a woman, I'm not going to remember her name. I'll tag her if we post this on TikTok. Who it's like a very pagan thing. She writes down 12 I am or I have statements.
okay. I love.
on
Why is that
pieces of
pagan? That
paper.
sounds Buddhist.
We're getting to the pagan part. I have or I am statements on little pieces of paper.
And they're true
And
for
then-
her?
No, aspirational.
Aspirational. Okay.
Things you want for the next year.
Okay.
And then there's like the 12 pagan days of the winter, something like this. I'm butchering this, but it's like there's 12 days in a row and you burn one on every day.
Why?
This is a ritual.
Okay.
And then the
In
witchiness.
December.
Yep. And then it ends like on the, either starts on
Is
the
it
summer
the same as
solstice
the
or
12
ends on
days
the
as-
summer solstice.
Winter, you mean?
Has to do with the solstice. Maybe it's 12 days of winter. I don't know, but it has to do with the solstice. I think it either starts on the solstice or ends. Starts on the solstice, 12 days. That would get you to like January 1st.
Close.
So you burn one of the statements every night.
Mm-hmm.
You don't look at it. You just grab one of the ones. You don't read it. You burn it. Then the one that you're left with, so you burn 11. You're left with one.
Oh.
That's the one you work on. The rest are handled for you.
Oh. They're coming,
So
or you burn them up and
you
they're
burn
never
them
going to happen.
and you're releasing it to the universe to say,
Okay.
this is going to happen. I don't know how. But then the one you're left with is like what you can
Still
focus
don't know
on
why
this
that's
one.
pagan. Why is that pagan?
I don't know enough to know, but it was a very witchy Scottish woman telling us with candles all around. And she was like, this is my ritual. And I liked it. So I'm doing it. I'm writing out my statements now once a week. I have her. I am. And then I'm going to cut them all up on paper.
And they're
then burn one a
aspirational.
day.
So they're not things that you have now.
Yeah.
That's like a choose your own adventure, but you're not in control.
I know.
Like, let's make a deal. Oh, you didn't watch that growing up.
No, I love Let's Make a Deal.
Let's make a deal, and behind what door, and you get to pick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
I just
there's
thought it was
12
fun that
doors,
you're like,
and you're going to burn 11 of them down.
you get to release them and be like, cool, I don't have to think about that anymore. And then you get the one where you're like, this is the one I'll put my energy towards.
Ooh, I want to hear how this comes out.
Yeah, I definitely will let you know.
Well, that's about as woo-woo as me doing like an animal card.
Yeah.
Spirit animal.
Yeah.
Like it gives me one for each month. Mm-hmm. I had one year where it totally made sense for me. And then I did one another year. Remember, I was going to tell you to put them on my Notion for the month. And then I just stopped paying attention.
Why?
I don't know. Sometimes I just lose interest in things.
You know what I say?
What?
The dopamine has left the chat.
The dopamine has left the chat.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like
We
you
operate so
lose
much on dopamine.
You know, the fun, the hyper focus goes away.
Right. Do you have any idea of what 26 looks like for you? No. Do you have anything you want it to be?
I liked this year.
Even though
I liked
wasn't
it a
what you
lot.
thought.
Yeah, it was great.
That's great.
I feel like every year after 30 just gets a little easier. Before 30, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
After 30, you're like, all right, okay.
It's interesting because I feel like I had an awesome year as well because of what I said, how I kind of released, a project and I got all this time opened up, for me. And yet, like on this building, we had a lot of struggle.
Yeah.
Financially with a tenant going out of business and closing down and all that's associated with that. And it was this constant like energy suck. Mm-hmm. But yet that didn't define my year. Mm-hmm. And out of that, the story I told at the beginning is, that's like full turn on that.
Yeah.
So that would be my hope for 26 is that stuff comes to fruition and I've got the right partners in this building. So right now I have one that's not right. She doesn't want to be in anymore. Mm-hmm. And I want to replace that with better energy and somebody that is excited to be involved. Mm-hmm. So, but I love when I had, because I feel like how you frame things is so much. Mm-hmm. I talk to my members and it's like, it's all the framing.
Yeah.
Because I could say, oh my God, it's been such a hard year and I'm in this lawsuit and I haven't had a tenant that's paying and it's been so hard. And I had a group that failed in Tucson. I could frame it and you'd be like, oh, what a hard year.
Yeah. You're doing the Braelyn thing. That's all I do.
Well, but that's just reasonable mindset. I mean,
there's a lot of ways in which I think it can be reasonable, but yeah.
But no, I mean that it is reasonable because so much else is good. Mm-hmm. And those things, like, honestly, I just say, like, if you're not along for the ride to be hard, don't have your own business. If you don't want it to be hard, don't have one. Or if you aren't up for being a building owner and having tenants, then don't have a building.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my hard knocks school. And I have to tell myself that sometimes.
Yeah.
But one of the things I think that was kind of my theme for this year was one of my intention cards in my little Joy Girl box or whatever I have. And it was about embracing the seasons of life. And I think I talked about it before, but it's like, and let them flow. Mm-hmm. So, and that could be like, today's a hard work day.
Yeah.
So if I were you and I was thinking, oh man, I don't want to go do this. I got a really busy day and I got this 3-hour work thing. That's the day that I like to look at that card and be like, I'm embracing the rhythm of life and letting it flow.
Even on a day-to-day basis.
The rhythm on a day-to-day. And that's still in my closet where, like, on my little dresser in there. Because whether or not the day is a play day or I think it's going to be fun or it's a 12-hour work day, I'm able to look at that and say, I embrace the rhythm of life and let it unfold.
Let it flow.
I think it is unfold. I think it just came to me when I said it, but flow is nice too.
Oh,
So, I mean, that is really a great way to live because life is, it's
Yes.
very up and down. And sometimes even if you think you know what your day is going to be like, you're wrong.
yeah. Yeah, you're wrong. You have no idea.
You don't know.
Surprise.
You have a really surprising, happy day.
Yeah.
I was opening some mail today and a couple of things were not good. Like one was some loan that I thought got forgiven a long time ago in COVID. And they just sent me the statement. They're like, this much money is due. And I was like, well, that's not cool. Well, what is that? And the other was, there's a big tax bill coming up for the building. And I was like, well, this is really depressing mail.
Yeah.
And the next one that I opened was a refund check from my insurance company
I love
because
that.
they overcharged me on premiums. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that is going on top of the stack.
Yeah.
Because I'm choosing to love the fact that in the middle of this shitty mail that I opened, I got a check.
Yeah.
You
That's
never
fun.
know when there's a check in the mail.
You never know.
Your dad and I have lived and died by that, and we have gotten so many weird random checks in the mail. He also has found $200 bills on the ground in his lifetime.
That's crazy.
Have you ever known anybody that's found a $100 bill?
I don't think so.
No. A 1, you get kind of excited if it's a 5.
Yeah.
A 20 is like, whoa.
Yeah.
Twice he
Who
found
finds
$100
money on the
bills.
ground?
He does.
I mean, anymore.
Oh, that's true. No one uses cash.
I never even see a
I
penny
feel
on
like
the
if
ground.
there is going to be money on the ground, it's going to be a hundy because that's all people carry.
Maybe. Yeah.
Not me, but
Yeah.
wow. So are you looking forward to 26?
Always.
Do you like that new energy?
I like it a lot.
But it's time to you're almost going into hibernation soon.
Hibernation is, yep. But I don't know. I like the energy of the new year. Just feels like you're cleansing.
Yeah.
Feels like a nice cleanse.
I'm looking forward to this year having that element of it where I can get the energy, but I'm not trying to execute on it.
Oh, yeah. Like
Yeah.
you're going to look at it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plan,
Right.
but don't start yet.
And I'm also going to be in Puerto Rico on New Year's Day.
Oh, fun.
How wild is that? I don't think I'm going to get a lot of sleep, even though I'm going to be trying.
Why?
Because
Parties?
Oh, it's going to be wild. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I bring my little earplugs and all of that.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, I'm going to be on a cruise ship, not being cold because January is my month that even though we're in Arizona, I freeze my ass off.
Yeah.
And I'm grumpy typically.
Are
So-
you looking forward to 2026?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have that same thing? Like, do you have a feeling for the year, how it's going to be?
Not yet. It's weird. Huh. No, it's not time to think about it.
No.
It's a different brain.
Yeah.
But this is why I think like in the businesses, the people are so stressed because it's so counterintuitive to be planning right now.
Yeah, it makes no
It's
sense.
the wrong energy. The holidays make it ridiculous. People are trying to close out their financial year, get those sales in the door. I mean, imagine if you weren't closing your financial year, if you could just go like close deals or sign things.
Be way better.
It'd be so much better. But everyone's just like, oh my God, and then there's, if you have kids or family, there's
So many things.
a lot of things happening, which thank God I'm out of all of that.
Yeah.
We only have what we plan. We can keep it really chill.
Yeah. We do
So,
chill.
no, I do think that there could be some family changes.
Yeah.
In 26, which is fun. But this year, I was hoping it would be a year where nothing major changed.
Oh, I
Nope.
never hoped that. Really?
No, because as a parent of people in their 20s and 30s, like someone's always getting married, going through college, moving, buying a house. Like there's been a lot of that. And I was like, can we just 2025, can we just have a year where
Everybody should be chill
it's
for the
just
most
kind
part.
of chill,
Maybe.
right? There wasn't even a wedding this year.
Yes, there was.
No, there was a wedding in 24.
Oh, you're right. There was no wedding, but someone bought a house.
No, I don't think so.
Whitney?
No, she had her house at 24.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had that.
I did, which is good because in my mind, the world's sort of falling apart in every other way.
Yeah.
And it's really hard. So it's nice for me that I didn't have to give up a lot of
Some
emotional
consistency.
chips in my own life because it's been tumultuous It's been a tumultuous time. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe expansion.
Expansion. That's
I'm
fun.
going to think on that.
I try to think of a word, but then it just doesn't work. I have to think of a word at the end of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of thinking of one for the beginning.
Oh, to recap. All
Yeah.
right. What's your word for 25?
I would say it was definitely a growth.
Okay.
Like in so many ways. Mm-hmm. Even though I feel like I had less of a focus intentionally on that, it happened more.
I'm going to go with clarity.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's like a good theme. Drop it in the comments for us. What your word is this year.
I was going to say, too, this is like the most relaxed I've ever seen you.
Oh. Calm.
Yeah. Like it seems like you got it all figured out.
Oh, boy.
Seems like.
That's nice. It does get easier.
Yeah.
So much less challenging.
Yeah.
People think it's bad to get old. I'm telling you, it's amazing because the decades are just easier as you go.
Yeah.
So long as you're healthy.
Yeah.
So you got good things to look forward to.
Yeah.
So fun. All right. What is your obsession?
So mine is kind of funny. I feel like I'm always on these TikTok trends and seeing different things and trying different things. But there's this girl.
6'7".
Oh my God. There's this woman who has a hair care method. Her name is Abby Young. She's like super popular on TikTok. And it's basically like a products to use and a step system.
Well, can I say your hair looks amazing?
Thank you.
I've never known you to have waves.
Well, this is new, which is
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
The waves, air dried it even.
It's ridiculous.
But basically, it's for like, she's argues that most people have really damaged hair in our society. So it's like all these products specifically to help you with all this hair damage.
Is it pricey?
Drugstore stuff. And she gives you for each step, there's like 8 different products you can buy.
Okay.
So even if you're like, well, I like this brand, she probably has it listed.
I just saved a post where a guy was like, drugstore products was a dermatologist.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's crap or not, but drugstore products for your skin.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't pay
They
attention.
love talking about that. But yeah, there are good stuff. And so I started it and I've been liking it a lot. So
Wow.
I bought all the stuff.
Should I try it or is it unnecessary when I just slick my hair back anyway?
Probably unnecessary.
It's great.
Yeah. What about you?
I like clothes a lot.
You do.
Yeah. And I've had a tendency to overstuff my closet. And when we remodeled the house, we expanded the bathroom and made our closet smaller because we're like, we don't really need that many clothes. And it's just gotten like more and more cluttered. And I always wear this small portion. And I know people do capsule wardrobes and I'm like, that sounds amazing. But I like multiples of some things, you know. And so I actually, shockingly, I used ChatGPT. And over the course of a few weeks, I pulled out every piece of clothes. I emptied the closet like you're supposed to do. And I pretended like I had a stylist, only I didn't pay when I had ChatGPT. I would literally describe the pieces of clothing. Like some stuff I was like, you're going. Then I still had a bunch left. And I would put it in and we did like shirts.
You just take a picture of it?
I actually just described it most of the time. So I've got this brand of a short sleeve tee and it fits really well. And I would list it all out and it would spit back to me like, keep this, toss this, pick between these two. Here's something that you're missing. Replace this one after a while. And it did that for all of them. And I'd be like, yeah, I agree. Okay, I did that. I did that with every item of clothing. It took a while. It was fun though. And then it built for me a list of everything that I own, that I kept. And then it built a go buy this, go look for this. And I even put my rental stuff in. And so now I know what I'm looking for. So instead of shopping like aimlessly, it's like I brought a stylist in and they're like, okay, like this blouse, for instance, it was like, that's a good white blouse, but you've had it for a while. It's got the big pockets. You could replace that piece at some point. Here's some brands and some links that you might want to look at.
Cool.
I know. And now then I even was like, here's my instinct for how to put stuff back in. And it gave me basically the same thing. So like, I walk in my closet, I'm so freaking happy.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And I've worn a couple vintage pieces that I described to my stylist chat. And it said, those are fun to keep. And if you don't wear them, then maybe yash them, you know. But I've worn a few. Like I have this vintage Ralph Lauren blue zip up. It's got to be 25 years old.
Yeah.
I don't want to part with it.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, that's cute. You should wear that.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. And I wore it on a retreat and it said, you could tuck it under a blazer if you want to be like fun about it. So I'm freaking loving it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Feels good when you get space refreshed like that.
Oh, I always wanted to hire like a stylist, but I figured, well, they're just going to try to sell you a bunch of clothes. Chat has no chips in the game.
Yeah.
And then when I go to pack, I'm like, okay, I'm going to Mexico. So give me my list based on what you know I have and let's plan a little capsule. Mm-hmm. It did.
Fun.
I know.
Nice.
And I mostly love it.
Nice.
So
cool.
Find a way without hiring a stylist to get a nice little capsule wardrobe.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Nice.
That's it for today.
Yeah.
I'm Lynn.
I'm Braelyn.
This is Everything in Between. Thanks for listening.